Welcome to Visa Verge News, your trusted source for the latest updates on immigration policies. Today, we're diving into the May 2025 Visa Bulletin, an important document affecting immigrant visa numbers and cutoff dates in both family-sponsored and employment-based categories. Joining me is Christopher. Let's get started.
Thanks, Mia. Understanding the Visa Bulletin is crucial for anyone navigating the U.S. immigration system. Each month, the U.S. Department of State provides an update through the Bulletin, offering details on the availability of immigrant visas and critical cutoff dates. This month's updates highlight a lot of movement and some challenges, especially in oversubscribed categories.
That's right. The Bulletin is governed in part by the Immigration and Nationality Act, or INA, which outlines different preference categories. On the family-sponsored side, there are 4 groups under Section 203A. Employment-based visas are covered under Section 203B, and they're split into 5 categories. Now, Christopher, oversubscription is always a big factor. What's the big takeaway there for May?
The oversubscription issue is significant, especially when it comes to managing priority dates. For example, the Bulletin continues to note retrogression for India in the EB5 unreserved categories. The demand from Indian applicants, combined with worldwide interest, forced the Department of State to move the final action date backward. This retrogression allows them to stay within annual visa limits.
Interesting, and they're even warning that if global demand keeps rising, the EB5 unreserved categories might face action dates for other regions too. It's a reminder of how limited the numbers are. This brings us to another area impacted by legislation: the Nicaraguan and Central American Relief Act, or NACARA.
Exactly. NACARA directly reduces the number of available visas in certain categories once specific benchmarks are hit. In this case, there's a reduction of about 150 visas for FY 2025 in the Other Workers category, tied to a cutoff date beyond November 19, 1997. These adjustments might seem minor, but they can significantly impact applicants waiting in line for years.
Makes sense. Moving on to the Diversity Visa Program, this year's cap is lower than usual. Normally, it's set at 55,000 visas, but because of NACARA and other legislative actions, the actual number for DV 2025 drops to about 52,000. And for May specifically, the Department of State published rank cutoff numbers. Only applicants with lottery numbers below those cutoffs can receive a visa.
Good point. And something all DV applicants should keep in mind is that the visas are only valid for the specific fiscal year they're issued. For DV 2025, the cutoff date to issue these visas is September 30th, 2025. So Mia, what happens if the numbers run out before then?
If numbers run out before the fiscal year ends, even eligible applicants with current priority dates won't be issued a visa. That's always a challenging situation for those affected. And speaking of legislation, Christopher, did you catch how the National Defense Authorization Act, or NDAA, could impact U.S. government employees abroad?
Yes, that's another key update. According to the Bulletin, the NDAA for fiscal year 2024 introduces potential changes for current or former U.S. government employees abroad, as well as some surviving spouses and children. Specific guidance is tied to Form DS-1884, and the Department of State recommends affected applicants contact the consular section where they filed. Thankfully, this doesn't affect special immigrant visas, like SQ or SI-SIVs, for certain Iraqi and Afghan workers.
Good to know. It's always important to clarify who's impacted and who's not, especially with something as far-reaching as the NDAA. And for anyone wanting the most accurate updates, both the Department of State's official website and USCIS's Visa Bulletin information page are great resources.
Absolutely. The official bulletin is the best way to stay informed, and for questions about individual cases, consulting a legal expert can make all the difference. This May Bulletin really underscores how critical it is to stay up to date.
Well said. To wrap up, this month's Bulletin highlights increased demand in certain EB5 categories, retrogressions affecting priority dates, and legislative factors reducing available visas in other areas. It's a complex system, but staying informed can help applicants navigate it successfully.
Thanks for breaking it all down today. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in.
As always, for more immigration updates, visit us at visaverge.com. Until next time.